Hello and welcome back to my channel, and we're taking a look at Marvel's Rivals. Now obviously this is the new, semi-new free-to-play game which kind of follows the footsteps of, I would want to say, Overwatch. Like I'm getting Overwatch flashbacks. You do have a selectable character with unique abilities, and it's a multiplayer game, team versus team with objective capturing and so on and so forth. The only difference, in Overwatch you have the set of characters you probably never knew, but in Marvel, well, you have options to grind and get any other character from the Marvel universe and probably beyond. No idea, never really played this game, I'm just speculating from what I've seen so far. Now let's talk about the requirements. The minimum CPU they want you to have is an i5 6600, which is the 6th gen i5, paired with at least GTX 1060. Which is fair enough. For recommended CPU, they want you to have a 10th generation i5 paired with at least RTX 2060 Super. So overall, pretty decent requirements. Considering the game is actually made in Unreal Engine 5, 2060 Super is very, very low level requirement for the game. So, as per usual, let's take a look at the settings. So we're going full screen, 2K native resolution. No super resolution, so obviously DLSS FSR is available. Render scaling is 100%. No frame gen is going to be enabled. No low latency mode. No FPS limit. No vertical sync. And we're going with Ultra preset straight off the bat. For the simple reason, even though this is an Unreal Engine 5 game, I believe it's going to run fine. However, the global illumination and reflection quality is handled by Lumen. So knowing how Lumen actually takes a pretty penny of your performance, roughly 20 to 30 frames, just to provide this eye candy without going down the path of RTX, I think the performance is gonna be quite interesting. I don't expect anything else to happen. Now, one thing I do notice is the CPU1 usage is 0. Now, for those who are not in the loop or maybe never paid attention or is not playing games with MSI enabled, which honestly I can't blame you, CPU1 is the main pipeline, should I call it, for a lack of better word, that actually processes all the data that should be sent over to the GPU for processing. So majority of the older or even newer Ubisoft games usually cram all of their game engine to actually be processed by CPU 1, and then whatever is left over by the pipeline, it's being sent over to other cores and threads. In this game scenario, however, they are not using, or they're limiting the usage of CPU 1, meaning there's a proper implementation of multi-core support. Something I must say we really haven't seen lately too much. Let's see if this changes, but if it's not working in selection screen, I don't think it's going to be doing anything in the actual game. So let's hit play and let's go against the AI just to gauge the performance. Let's keep an eye on these numbers. Now, granted, going with ultra settings for a game where FPS is kind of required, I think we're gonna have very interesting things. I'm gonna go with Punisher, obviously, because he's got a gun, he's got a very big gun, and then I can just sit in a corner, look at the frames, and not get bothered by the pesky AI enemies. But I think that the current frame rate we see, which is around 80 FPS, is what we're gonna get. Because this is already the loading screen where the game is pre-cached. So this is the game engine taking over. This is the game, so to say, even though it looks like a cutscene slash cinematic. So let's see if my suspicion is correct, or am I just seeing things. And what do we see? Ah, here we go, look at this. So CPU 1 is not really being used, GPU is at 98-ish%, 8.8 gigs of video memory, not too bad, 17 gigs of RAM, and the frames are acting exactly as I would expect them to act. But all these reflections that you see, all of this ambient occlusion, would want to say just light scattering, this is handled by the Lumen. So we're gonna try to perhaps maybe not die instantly, and then we're just gonna see what happens when we disable Lumen. Because I would expect... I was kind of hoping that I will have access to the big gun. There we go. This is a perfect character for spray and pray players like me, so take notes, people. Obviously this is AI, which is very easy. So if you die to very easy AI, probably the multiplayer portion will be a little bit more taxing for you. But end of the day, like, this is kind of team-based objective, capturing and defending and moving and escorting type of game. So in reality, you don't really need to worry too much about winning and losing. Like, you know, Overwatch community was a little bit itchy and twitchy about people new to the game and not knowing that you need to main the Widow at all times or something else in between. I would say in here it's kind of actually pretty decent. I mean, it runs pretty well. Unless there was the frame rate on the display, I wouldn't actually say that I could notice any serious problems. Now, probably the reason the AI is jumping is because there's no actual sprint button, because the shift is anything but what I need. And we're escorting this. Fantastic. And we got off. Perfect.
Oh, did you see that?
That means we can finally disable the lumen and see what happens with the frames. Because I have a sneaky suspicion. It's there we go. Look at this, 100-ish frames, 110, 100. And yeah, well, the game has lost its golden appeal when it comes to light. It looks a little bit bare bone-ish, but then again, like, you can mix and match the settings to your heart's content, but the fact itself that lumen is still taxing is kind of funny for me. I shall perish soon. Yes. There we go. Let's see if this continues in the next rounds as well.
Now I'm getting mad.
Yeah, so once we are in-game, rather than doing anything else outside of it, we are within 110, 120 frames. Frame time has slightly increased, not too bad, and, well, not great, not terrible, I would want to say, but, you know, it could always be a little bit better, but nevertheless, like, you know, all things considered, let's be real. And we do have Ultimate finally charged up, so I wonder if we can find a customer to... Yes, we can.
Judge, jury, executioner!
And I wasted my ultimate. Perfect. Just the way I like it.
A little help, please. Let me guess. So close. This is your big chance. I am ready to put on a show.
Shooting squeaks in a barrel.
Watch me soar. The enemy has arrived.
Smoke up.
You have no clue how long I wanted to do that.
Scum scraped off.
You got them all.
Battlefield ready again.
And I suppose we have won. I mean, to be fair, the AI carried me to the victory. But nevertheless, the performance measurement still stands for the simple reason. As suspected, the Lumen was taking a good chunk of performance, even though it is actually making the game look slightly better. Like, you know, I cannot really say obvious things against obvious things. But yeah, I'm gonna give myself thumbs up. Obviously, who else? It's like pirates. They only vote for themselves, not for anyone else. So I think it's time for us to actually try to join an actual match, which probably is a very bad idea, but we might just do it and see the actual in-game performance with Luminov in real-world multiplayer, where I'm gonna be a slog to the team, but hey ho, it is how it is. Let's see how bad it's gonna go. I wouldn't be the first person joining and quitting the match, honestly. That's a known thing.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
I'm not a hero. I'm the Punisher. You know a word I don't like? Nuance.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
The Windsor Soldier. It's an honor. You're one of the best in the business.
My performance record as an assassin shouldn't make me anyone's role model.
Hey, I don't tell you not to idolize the red, white, and blue Boy Scout. Let me do me.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
They're coming up ahead.
This is just a normal Tuesday in our family.
Let's pop back up under their noses.
Help get that vehicle to its destination.
Oh, sweet moves, right? Never bring Earth guns to a...
Expected, really. Some people do thrive in Overwatch environments. Not me.
You're halfway there. Keep going.
Another bump in the road.
Kung Fu and karate anyway.
Venture for
Almost there. Don't turn back now. Please, we're hurt.
Bogey's incoming. Out of sight.
The vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
Need some ranged firepower.
Here. Clearly you needed some help.
I'm good to go.
Anyone willing to help?
Out of sight.
We're gonna have to do something about that rift soon. Hopefully, while we still exist. I've got you covered.
Come on. No mental system. Learn it from me so you don't have to do it yourself.
Clearly,
Disappointing
For
end.
another tour.
But it is how it is.
you're halfway there. Keep going.
And limited range for my pulling stuff. That's a bit not nice. But it is how it
Almost
is.
there. Don't turn back now.
Venture for another bump in the road. This is not
Nice aim.
over.
Some people definitely have the ability to track you no matter how you move.
The vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up.
I wonder if this game is gonna be the new esports title where people can show off their skills of beaming other people. no matter their moveset.
The smoke screen. Judge, jury, executioner.
Yeah, that grapple could use a bit of work.
So weak.
But overall the game is running fine, to be fair. Minus the Lumen, it was actually very, very nicely done.
The battlefield ready again. Judge,
Don't
jury,
let anything stand in your
executioner.
way. Shield it up. Double KO. Watch your back.
I end them.
So close. This is your big chance. Feels perfect.
Out of sight.
Co-op time. You needed a timeout.
Justice, pure and simple.
Another epic victory. Big win.
Of course, the Blondie is the MVP. But hey ho, we gained almost a whole level. So yeah, anyway. As you saw, the performance is actually pretty decent. I'm gonna give myself thumbs up because I'm just that good. And that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Over and out.